Bangalore has ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕಾವೇರಿ. Every year we get 900 to 1000 millimeter of rain, which is just falling into these Rajakaluve getting mixed up with illegal sewage. In Bangalore is a strange city.
Okay.
Stormwater flows in sewage pipes. Sewage flows in stormwater drains. Sewage is 85 to 90% water.
Correct, yes.
We should not have a dispose mentality in the city. Why are we not recycling water? Bangalore is starved for water. And more importantly, this water can become a visual resource for the city. Right? Rajakaluve andre ivaga it has become a mori. People think it's sewage and they can also throw anything they want into it. You know, when we desilted the drain, we found one sofa set with side tables. People think it's a junkyard. So now K100 has changed the game. Right? This is the first park created in Bangalore for more than 30-40 years. The funny thing is, it was just a useless piece of ground where people were urinating and defecating before catching the bus in the bus stand. You are in the middle of a noisy city, double road, bus stand. You can't, it's like one sudden calmness and one sudden peace. No? The real estate value increases and people relate that to the quality of infrastructure and it becomes self-maintaining. So what I do is 50% urban design, but 50% of what I do is social design. To live in a city, you need a civic literacy and a sense of responsibility and the thing to saying that, you know, not only my house, but the city is also mine.
Yes.
Own it.
Individual who conceptualized this entire plan is right over here, Mr. Naresh Narasimhan, an urban architect in the city and also from the MOD Foundation. Naresh, thank you so much for being on Let's Talk Water.
Okay.
Thank you. Naresh, first of all, tell me how important is the K100 project? Why is it so important for the city?
See, Bengaluru is the largest city in the world, okay? Not next to a natural feature and particularly not next to a body of water. The only Rajakaluves, the Kannada word Rajakaluve means king canal and it's supposed to be for stormwater.
Stormwater.
And earlier, the whole of the city of Bangalore depended upon lakes which overflow into each other through Rajakaluves, okay? And that was the source of drinking water for the city. So these are actually Pavitra Neeru. Is that like supposed to be good water? And over time, because of the, after the Kaveri water we pumped from far away, you know, Bangalore is also the longest distance of any city in the world.
130 odd kilometers.
More than that.
Yes.
Water is pumped uphill.
Yeah.
We pay a 50 crore
a lot of energy is
month just to pump water for electricity. These are natural resources and Bangalore has ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕಾವೇರಿ, which means that every year we get 900 to 1000 millimeter of rain, which is just falling into these Rajakaluves getting mixed up with illegal sewage and going and spoiling the countryside. Bellandur, all the tanks,
all our lakes, yes.
Whether it's Bairamangala or whether it is Bellandur or Vartur, all getting destroyed. So what we thought was why should this resource, sewage is 85 to 90% water.
Correct, yes.
We should not have a dispose mentality in the city. Just like in solid waste, now we're talking about segregating, reusing organic waste, recycling plastic waste. Why are we not recycling water? It's a huge resource. Bangalore is starved for water. And unless we husband it, unless we conserve it, unless we look after it, and this is 90% of it is recoverable. And more importantly, this water can become a visual resource for the city, right? This canal is about 13 kilometers long.
Right up to Bellandur.
Yeah, all the way, right from the old city. And for about 8 kilometers of it, you can walk like this.
And I know, I'm shocked.
And there is no nothing else other than pedestrian, not even bicycles. Right? And you can walk like this and you can actually walk all the way to Koramangala.
Naresh, this was a neglected drain. I remember because at the signal, the moment you stop at the signal, you turn left and right and you see how horrible it was.
Yeah, but
garbage, sewage. But
completely possible.
How did you manage?
It's not just me.
Yes.
It is the government of Karnataka and a singular vision to and sponsored at the highest political level and, you know, championed by the chief secretary, etc., to get all these departments, BBMP, BBMP was the main sponsor. I would give A lot of credit to particularly the Mr. Prahlad, who was the chief engineer at that time,
yes,
and many others in the BBMP who took this cause and said that let's make an example of how a disused, grey infrastructure, badly used, rather polluted infrastructure can become a green real estate asset for the city. Right? This is the first park created in Bangalore for more than 30-40 years. Right? And it was here all this time. The funny thing is, it was just a useless piece of ground where people were urinating and defecating before catching the bus in the bus stand.
But today I see people sitting out here and
Instead, now it's completely reversed. Nobody waits in the bus stand.
They come and
Everybody
sit
waits
over here.
It's a garden, right? So people like to sit in a garden.
Naresh, how did you manage redesigning this entire stretch? Because it's 12 to 13 odd kilometers.
Yeah.
There was garbage over here. I remember.
Well, there are tools. I am an architect
Okay.
and I'm also an urban designer.
Hmm.
And we also, it's not just we build buildings, we also design the outdoors, the urban design. This is urban design at its best.
I know.
Everything
It's
works.
very Europe.
Yeah, no, it's very Indian.
Okay.
And it's very designed for India. It's designed so that, people like in India like to sit on steps.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It's comfortable.
Everywhere in the world actually, but allow people to use this, and all the plants that you see here, everything. The cannas, they're all flowering. There are multiple colored cannas. There are bauhinias.
The trees, I know.
There are, fantastic. All the trees also have grown up quite a bit. And what happens is all these are water resistant. If the water where we are standing in rainy season comes up to our neck.
Till here.
Till there, yeah.
And nothing will happen to this.
It can be submerged for 72 hours.
And
nothing happens.
these.
Yeah. These are all aloe. These are all tiger lilies. Nothing will happen. And not only that, they also, whatever sewage goes into them, they clean it, absorb the nutrients, and nothing happens. Fantastic.
So all this was kept in mind while this was redesigned here.
Of course, you see it everywhere now. Even inside there are floating wetlands. There are also on the edges we've got flowering bougainvilleas, etc. And it's now called the, as you can see
K100,
the K100. It is designed. My theory is that if you bring public into public infrastructure, it gets maintained by itself. Can you see it's quite clean? There's no salt, no mess. 2 years ago, this was full of garbage and there was sewage. There you see that citizens thing there.
Yes.
Up to the top of that. It's 130 million, 100 million liters of sewage going through it.
When
and it's gone now. Now there is a little bit still. The project is not completed. You can see a little bit of it flowing, but this will get fixed in the next 6 months.
I have only seen photos. Today is the first time that I've come over here, and you know what? I want to tell you what's the most interesting. I just want to show you that when you stand there and watch the bridge, and you have all these flowers in the middle, it's just very beautiful.
No, I must.
You're just taken out of the country.
No, this is a fantastic. See, this is where it's a collaborative thing. We have worked with multiple agencies, and this great idea that of this. Garden within that. What happens is up to this point, they had concreted the drain. So we couldn't do much. They but beyond that, it's not.
Okay.
That is by NGT order, National Green Tribunal. The ground is the original ground.
Okay.
And it serves like an aquifer.
So water seeps in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the current Chief Secretary of Karnataka, Mrs. Shalini Rajni, she came up with a great idea saying, don't leave it as a mud thing. Why don't you plant water plants? And look at the fantastic suggestion.
Beautiful.
Right? Fantastic suggestion. We implemented it, and then look at the quality of it.
How do you maintain this on a daily basis? Because see, it's easy to make something.
This contract is unique. This K100 contract is called a DBFOT contract. It's designed, built, maintain, operate, and then transfer.
Okay.
So the contractor is responsible for 5 years after he's
maintaining this.
So it is not, the contractor looks at including sweeping, cleaning. If there is a flood, there is all the, if any silt comes, removal. Look at this.
No, that's what, the moment you stand over
all
here
those plants,
watch this.
No, it's a double purpose.
Okay.
All these plants' roots clean the sewage. A little bit of sewage is still coming.
Okay.
Because of some upstream problem.
Okay.
That has to be fixed. But even if it comes, this, by the time it reaches the Bengaluru lake, is reasonably clean.
Wow.
And this will also go away now. This should not happen. It will go away. And you can see high flood level. When the water rains, it fills up to that level. And we have alarm systems, we have CCTV cameras. So if it's going to rain and there's a forecast, this place will be shut.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about those
cannot come
sensors.
inside.
You have some sensors
Yeah,
over here, right?
we have the Karnataka Disaster Monitoring Authority. At every bridge has sensors.
Okay.
So the moment it senses this thing, it will put off a siren, switch on the lights, announce there'll be a thing saying get out of the place.
So it tells everyone over here.
You have like a 15-20 minute warning when it starts raining.
Wow.
But what happens is, as a matter of abundant caution, we are getting fairly good quality meteorological reports.
Okay.
Based on that, it's shut.
Okay.
Between now the rainy season is over, now it will be open. People should come here and enjoy. You can walk from here almost till Koramangala now.
Okay. Tell me about
is that correct? Almost till Koramangala we can walk.
Wow. So tell me about the coordination, because to do something like this, you required fabulous coordination between the BWSSB, BBMP, all the agencies.
Yeah. The earlier Chief Secretary of Karnataka, Mrs. Vandita Sharma, used to convene a meeting every week
for this
with all the agencies and made sure that the interagency coordination issues there were a lot of electrical cables going through it. The sewage there's a sewage pipe under this, right? The main sewage pipe is actually under it.
But there's concrete here.
Yeah, so below that. And part of it is still flowing here, but most of it is now going in the pipe. Earlier, nothing was going in the pipe.
So wait, you're telling me that whatever we see concrete over here, but still there is something below
pipe, huge pipe below it.
And that goes to the STP?
Yeah. It comes out a little ahead. If you see, it comes out of the ground also.
Okay.
This is actually, all this water is coming from the sub-main from called K112.
Okay.
See, K100 is just the primary drain and K is just the classification. It's K for Koramangala.
Got it, yes.
Valley.
Koramangala
this is
Valley.
the Koramangala Valley.
Okay.
100 is the primary drain.
Okay.
It has almost about, how many drains? 16 secondaries, no? 16 secondaries, which are K112, 113.
Which are entering into the K100.
So each one is bringing more sewage. One of the drains has been diverted, that's why you see today. But more or less, we have stopped most of it. Because in Bengaluru, the strange city, stormwater flows in sewage pipes. Sewage flows in stormwater drains. We have to reverse it now. This has to go in closed pipes to a sewage treatment plant. So what I showed you earlier, the sewage treatment plant stopped it there. From there till here, again it accumulates. So this water will now go straight into the pumping station and into the main plant.
Okay.
But right behind us, you see that board there?
Yes.
Down there, now the BWSSB has now put in a new pumping station.
Over here. Okay, fine.
The civil work is ready.
Okay.
The moment they install the pumps, they will lift all the residual sewage of Shantinagar and all that and lift it and push it back into the pipe. This will go away.
So keep this clean as much as possible.
This should be as much as possible dry, except that when we release from the 5 MLD plant which I showed you upstream, it should be a freshwater river, like a stream. You can sit here and dabble your feet in it. Right now, I wouldn't advise it.
No, but I'm really loving this entire concept here.
Yeah. Look at it, you are in the middle of a noisy city, double road, bus stand. You can't, it's like one sudden calmness and one sudden peace, no?
Do you suppose the government plans to sort of, this is a model project, go about with our 400 odd kilometers?
Based on this project,
okay,
this was presented to the World Bank. It took 2 years to come to this level.
Okay.
And about 3 years of thinking and planning before that. About 4 or 5 years it took. And it was presented, and the World Bank has released about, I think, close to 4,000 crore. This project cost about 175 crore also as a pilot. It's about 10 kilometers. I told you there are 400 kilometers of primary and 400 kilometers of secondary.
Secondary drains.
Right, to fix all that will cost a lot. Okay, so, but they've released about 4,000 crores to handle the thing. I am not yet officially part of that, but what I hear is that, I hope they take the example of this and what do you call it? They replicate it across. Yeah.
Okay, Naresh, my final question is this. It's awesome what has been done over here, but what would you tell citizens? Because ultimately, you all have worked together to make it for us. But we have to maintain
the
it.
city is a compact, it's not a contract, it's a compact, and it's the correct word to say, between the government, the city government and the people. You are as responsible for the look of your city as the government is. If you misuse a facility like this and throw garbage, you let sewage in, you do illegal things. The government can only do that much.
Yes.
So I think it's important to understand and define clearly what is the nature of the compact. And understand that to live in a city, you need a civic literacy and a sense of responsibility. And the thing to saying that, not only my house, but the city is also mine.
Yes.
Own it.
Most important.
Own it.
Well, that's the K100 Citizens Waterway sewage treatment plant that is supposed to actually keep the entire K100 or the Koramangala Valley stormwater drain clean. It's 5 MLD. Does it suffice all the waste, the sewage that is actually dumped into the Koramangala Valley?
Not at all. That was not the intent of it at all. See, what is happening is that as Bengaluru is growing, the amount of sewage is increasing exponentially. Right? We are already consuming something like about 1,750 million liters a day of drinking water. Plus, we are extracting another 300-400 from the ground. So, every day, about 2,000 plus million liters of sewage is generated in the city.
2,000. Okay.
And less than half is treated properly. Right? And there's a lot of and also what is happening is the volume of sewage that needs to be transported. Okay, the pipes become very, very large and become difficult to handle, difficult to find right of way to lay the pipes. There are multiple problems. And one of the national imperatives, I could say, not like a important thing for India to do, is to also decentralize many of these things.
That's what people are talking about.
We already have a policy for solid waste management which says decentralize it, segregate at source,
yes,
etc., etc. And that seems to be working in fits and starts, but at least the idea that waste management must be localized has gotten root. So I'm trying to bring the same logic to liquid waste.
So for the K100, this is your decentralization?
No, this is the decentralized component for, see, the old city,
okay,
the stormwater drain and the sewage drain are mixed up.
Stormwater and sewage.
Yeah,
okay.
And to compound the problem, most of the surfaces are also used as roads,
okay,
with access to houses.
Yes.
So one cannot wish it away. You cannot solve that problem you cannot dig the whole city up. The whole city is quite dense.
Yes.
So what we have done is sort of diverted the mixed sewage coming from there into this. That's about 5 MLD. It's being diverted into this plant.
Okay.
And treated right here. The size of the pipe here, which is coming in this, is only 600 mm.
All right.
Which is 2 feet. The size of the pipe on Bannerghatta Road is 3 meters, 10 feet. Can you imagine a 10 foot? It's double my height, right?
I get it, yeah.
It's such a big pipe carrying sewage. So you're carrying sewage and it's taking it out into the hinterland, putting it into sewage treatment plants and so on. But my point is you should be able to solve the problem, if you ask me, may not be at every ward level, but the original BBMP ward level. You should be able to handle all the solid waste and all the liquid waste within that area.
So Naresh, now when talking about this particular STP, I was told that from Majestic to Bengaluru. So it's basically looking into that.
This is the first part of the sewage from the old city, which cannot be segregated easily, is being diverted into this. And every day, already this plant is generating about 2.5 to 3 million liters of fresh water, which is being used in a clever way. Part of it, the BBMP takes and uses it for road washing.
From here?
Every day.
Oh, nice.
Every day. Instead of using fresh water, this is secondary treated and tertiary.
Perfect.
Very good quality water.
Yes.
So they're using it, and the rest of it is being put into the K100.
Okay.
So what will happen is the K100 eventually There are other issues with the K100 we'll talk about later. There is still some sewage coming into it. Will eventually become like a... See, Bangalore is the largest city in the world, not next to a river or a lake or a water body. Correct? Think about it.
Yes.
So this will, like, if you actually activate all the stormwater drains, Bangalore will get a waterfront. If you look at Google Maps and say tourist spots in Bangalore, K100 pops up.
Lovely.
Not
So
bad.
tell me something. So this originates at Majestic, but the
It
amount
originates
of
at Shantala's, behind Shantala
Shantala's.
Silks, Chiklal Bagh,
Okay.
near the Dharmabudhi Kere,
Okay.
goes under the old city, comes out near Juma Masjid, at Tawakkal Masjid.
Yes. Yes.
There, until there it's underground,
Okay.
and then it pops up out, flows through Kalasipalya,
Okay.
then flows through Sudam Nagara,
Got it.
and cuts across double road, and goes all the way down to Neel Sandra,
Okay.
and then goes to Adugodi, and then goes to Koramangala, and then goes to Bellandur.
Okay. So that's the route, the old city route.
Yeah.
But
It is the oldest canal in Bangalore. Rajakaluve andre, ivaga, it has become a mori. Most
It's
of
not
them,
supposed to,
it's
yes.
carrying sewage, and
Sewage.
people think it's sewage, and they can also throw anything they want into it. You know, when we desilted the drain, we found one sofa set with side tables.
So set with side tables
And
and
everything. Somebody thrown the whole thing into the drain. So people think it's a junkyard. So now K100 has changed the game. And, you know, appealing to people's better natures, not to litter, to keep the place clean and all. I don't know whether it works. But what has worked in K100 is an unusual thing.
okay,
The price of real estate tripled in 2 years.
because we are staying next to something which is
it's
clean.
No, and concreted road. It's not just the drain, right? We also developed the roads on either side of it. You'll
Oh,
see it now.
so the project was not just the
Not
stormwater
just
drain.
the stormwater, it's everything. It's the ecosystem.
I need to see
And
that.
we
at the
also
Shantinagar.
relayed all the sewage pipes.
Okay.
So no sewage went into the drain
Wow.
at all.
What I wanted to ask was that 20 MLD comes from Majestic, right? From that,
No,
for the
5
starting point.
MLD comes from up to this point.
Okay.
It's about 5 MLD.
Okay.
And then a lot of our stuff comes in from elsewhere also.
Okay.
This one empties the Kaban Park drain from
Okay.
that treatment plant.
Okay.
That also empties into this drain.
Okay. So I've read
Eventually, by the time it reaches the pumping station in Gamesville, National Games
some
Village,
NGV.
it varies between 100 to 130 MLD per day. 100 to 130 million liters of sewage.
Okay.
And from there it's pumped into the sewage treatment plant at near the lake,
Okay.
Challagata.
Got
Beyond
it.
that.
I was also reading some articles where you have been quoted talking about that you don't want to focus only on technology per se, but also on natural ways, like for example wetlands.
Yeah.
Can you
So-
tell us something about
Yeah,
that?
yeah. So there is another school of thought. There's two ways to handle sewage. There is an organic way to handle sewage up to a limit.
Okay.
See, for instance, this is a continuous batch processing plant, which means as the sewage is coming in, within hours it will go back as the tertiary water on the other side.
Okay.
You understand? A natural system cannot do that online.
Okay.
It needs a little time you have to allow it to, like wetlands.
Correct. It has to flow through
It is
various
slow, it will
ways.
go
Yes.
slowly.
Yeah.
So those are useful for particularly smaller applications. Also, what happens is the advantage with a natural biological system is that the only maintenance it has is gardening.
Correct. De-weeding, removing
No,
all the
and some
waste.
new
Yes.
plants and all you can
Correct.
put. That's it. Gardening. That's all. And here you have to juggle every morning with 10 different chemicals and 10 different process settings. So it needs a very good maintenance. Otherwise, you cannot do this.
But like
And
you
it-
mentioned, water is being used by the local authorities for their road work and everything.
Correct. And it also is available for anybody who wants to buy it, I think. Construction water.
Okay.
It can be used
so we
for
don't
construction.
need to use fresh water.
Absolutely. No?
Perfect.
Don't you think it's a...
No, it's a
No, so this sewage treatment plant ticks the boxes on multiple things. One is decentralization
got it.
of sewage treatment plant.
Okay.
That is, confine both solid and liquid waste at ward level.
Got it. Yes.
Treat it there only. Don't
Got it.
take it far away and throw it
and
into
then
some-
treat over there.
No,
yes.
don't screw up some hinterland village
Which is normally what
like
happens.
Mandur or that other
I've
one
been
in
to
the north.
Mandur many years ago. horrible.
Even in the north, there is a huge
Yes.
dumping area,
Yes.
Mavallipura.
Yes.
You should not do such things.
Okay.
Even liquid waste must be treated with the same logic. That is,
Because this is a good concept.
yeah. And now can you smell anything?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
The moment
we are in the middle of a really dense residential neighborhood, and we haven't got a single complaint. Nothing.
Most important question.
us.
Most
Yeah.
important question. When you actually focused on this, how did you manage to change people's mindset? Because everyone is throwing garbage, dumping garbage, and here there are a lot
That's what
of
I'm
these
saying.
companies.
You don't need to appeal to the better
Affluent,
instinct.
no,
The
affluence.
real estate, no. The real estate value increases, and people relate that to the quality of infrastructure, and it becomes self-maintaining. In India, you have to change. So what I do is 50% urban design, but 50% of what I do is social design.
Okay.
You create incentives, both monetary and otherwise, for
Okay.
people to change their behavior.
Okay.
And you can do it. That is the power of design.
No, I got that point. But affluence. See, over here, this STP is surrounded by a lot of
there
these.
are two things. You understand there are two words in this. There's something called, three things actually. There's something called grey water.
Got it.
What is grey water? From bathing.
Oh, the soapy
from,
water.
Yeah,
Yes,
from
soapy
bathing,
water.
dishwashing,
Yes.
car washing.
Grey
all
water. Yes, soapy water.
Then there is sewage, which is you got human waste
Black water.
and animal waste
Yeah.
mixed
Okay.
in it,
Okay.
and maybe some other stuff also.
Okay.
Okay, and then effluent is
Okay.
chemicals.
Okay. Grey, black, and affluence. Okay, fine.
Yeah, like that
Okay.
you have to. See, each requires a different strategy. Grey water can be easily done by NBS systems.
Okay.
Curiously, chemical effluent, NBS systems, if you allow, that is NBS is natural biological solution system. These are the plants we use.
These are the plants.
Canna.
Oh, wow.
These are very hardy plants, and multiple beautiful also. A lot of beautiful colors, right? And we use there are particular plants
Okay.
whose root systems thrive on waste, what we consider as waste nutrients.
So when you talk about your grey water, these can actually clean?
Yeah.
This plant right here.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It can clean sewage.
Wow. Okay. So this is the natural process.
Correct. So what we are trying to do is for the heavy lifting. We still might need a plant like this.
The
It's called an
STP.
SBRR.
Okay,
It's a
fine.
membrane batch reactor.
Yes.
Right? It's a continuously processing it. And the fun part is, out of every 100 liters of sewage, 85 to 90 liters is water.
Okay.
Percent is
Okay.
water.
Okay.
It's only 10% is kachara. So
What do you do with that?
you take it out, sludge, you process it. There's a famous engineer and architect, one of my gurus, called Buckminster Fuller,
Okay.
who used to, he would have been more than 100 years old if he was alive today.
Okay.
And he made a great statement in the 1940s or something, not now.
Okay.
He said, pollution is a resource that mankind hasn't been able to find a way to make money out of.
Point.
Good, no?
Good
So
point.
at the moment
You
it
make
becomes
money
a
out of
business.
that.
No, so people, then the waste goes away.
Yes.
So here, we have built a very robust, what we call a design, build, operate, transfer model. The entire drain, not just this. So the same guy who built it is running it. It's his responsibility. And every day, as soon as the rest of the project gets over, it will release 5 million liters of water. That means about a foot and a half of water into the drain every day.
Clean water.
Yeah, and you can walk for almost 8 kilometers.
When will this happen?
Inside. It's about halfway happened actually. You'll see
Okay.
it now.
I'm waiting to do this.
Unfortunately, there is a carbon pit. See, there is
Challenges.
One cannot be too hard on this also, because what happens is a lot of people whose livelihood we want to affect. By law, textile units, dyeing units are not allowed to operate in Bangalore.
Yes.
In practice,
It's everywhere.
we are poor people. You can't really go and say, okay, go to Dodbalapura.
No,
or
I
something.
understand, but damaging the environment.
Yeah. So what is happening is about 2 to 3 million liters of textile effluent. I'll show you some pictures if you like.
Okay, I would want to
We
see
call
that.
it Navrang Nala. Every day it's a different color. Navrang is like 9, every day one purple, one red. It's all bad quality textile dye.
that can't be.
No, you cannot treat it with a sewage treatment plant. You need an effluent treatment plant.
And
That
are
is
you
very
looking into
expensive.
that?
So what we are trying to do is localize the problem.
At the spot itself,
put
at
it
the
there.
source, decentralized.
Don't carry it. If it comes into this drain, it will spoil this this treatment plant.